And we now head over to Stallydale Wings, where Sandy Simpson is with odd manager Dave Paterson. Well, Dave, it's a bit of an upset for you today. How do you think your team performed overall? I mean, where do you think things went wrong for you?
I think it was just a case of luck was in Red Bull's corner today. Simple as that. Nothing else I can say about it, Sandy.
Sure. Well, we saw quite a few changes coming from the sidelines to your team to try and kind of get some more life back into the side. You tried a couple of different formations, some personnel rearrangements. I mean, are these things that you've worked on before? It was a bit outside of your natural playing style. The pundits all agreed that it was a bit strange with especially with the three attackers up front. Was that just out of desperation more than anything else, or is that something you had up your sleeve all along for these difficult games?
Well, we looked at the Mold game, and at the end we needed a goal, and we'd already made our substitutions, and felt today, we kept it so that worst came of the worst, and we had three strikers up top at the end. That unfortunately meant that we sacrificed someone from defence, and Red Bull have got a third goal, which is, makes the scoreline look as though they gives a good seeing to today, but I don't think that was the case. If anyone saw that game, certainly from where I was standing, it was just a case of luck in the final, 18 yards.
Well, it was also it was a very physical encounter. A lot of balls won and lost through strength in the midfield. Do you have any questions to ask about your players about whether they were maybe like shirking out of tackles? Do you think they're maybe trying to save themselves for games ahead, or were they just not expecting such a stern opposition in Red Bull?
I think what you're seeing this year is, a Master League is very physical, and also, all the top teams, I don't know what's happened, but we all seem to be out of form. I think that's some of these teams like Red Bull, they're playing to stay in the league, so that could be what it is. I think from our point of view, we didn't show enough physical edge in the midfield. Just basic passing at some points was just not odd standard, and I'd pick out a couple of players, say they were, I think Torres played well again today, and I was happy to see him on the score sheet. Arshavin played well, but it just wasn't altogether a great performance.
Well, you're saying that the top team seems to be out of sorts, which is true in the last week or so, but you do still have the points advantage at the top of the season, top of the table. Coming into the last few games of the season, do you have any other changes that you might make to your squad? Is there anything else, or is it just going to be fixing the system you've already got in place for the last few games?
Well, I think you can see we're missing Arjen Robben, which is, that's really, it's thrown us off. He's someone who would be in the team every single week. So that's been a bit of a scupperance for us. But yes, we will be changing things for our next game, and you'll see a couple of different faces in the lineup.
Is there any news on Arjen Robben and his physical condition?
Well, he's not going to be back. It doesn't look like he'll make it for the last game of the season, unfortunately. There's a 3-week break before the Curling Jump Cup final, and we're hopeful that he'll be in that game.
Great. Well, thanks for your time today, David.
Alright, Sandy.